Hey, good morning, everybody. This is To The Moon 671 representing New Kids on the Blockchain. How you guys doing today? Beautiful Friday. Thank God it's Friday. So this video is gonna be the part four for Flare Finance. Definitely a lot of progress has been going on, especially with the crypto space. Looking at BTC, right? Just kind of like starting off where I'm where my head's at right now. So I'm looking at BTC right now. It's going to possibly test support over here at $37,000. Second support line I'm looking at is going to be 30. Definitely starting to trend down. So I'm looking at this support right here. So if it hits this and does a bounce back up, hopefully brings some life back to BTC and then takes the entire market with it. But there's also a chance that it'll still go down. So with that said, I'm messing with Flare Finance. Everybody knows here, hopefully, that BTC is kind of the leading factor with Ethereum when it comes to the crypto market. So if BTC goes up, market goes up with it. BTC goes down, BTC market goes down with BTC. Okay, so that's an important factor to kind of know, especially if you're messing around with the can pool in Flare Finance. Okay, so we're gonna go into Flare Finance after looking at that. I know definitely the chart for SGB looks like this based on what's going on, because last video in part 3 I minted the can up here. So now currently the can price, or the SGB to can price, is way lower from the time I minted up here. So if I swap my can back to SGB, I am going to earn more SGB back from the time I minted the can over here. Okay guys, so just kind of heads up on that. So we're gonna go to Flare. We're gonna go Flare Finance, boom, boom, connect MetaMask, got it, connect. I'm in here. So I know last time we were going over this, I know we built some pools, so we're gonna go into Flare Farm. And it's gonna be like this right now because, like, I always been having some problems with MetaMask, so like just kind of like bear with me with this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna disconnect my wallet again, refresh this, connect, hopefully it comes up. Okay guys, I got the farm pool already set up. So last time we kind of had this set up, we had 4 pools generated. So I got this can over here and I got this can over here, right? So what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna like remove this from the pool, so I can show you guys that, like, hey, we gained some SFIN, okay, and then we're gonna take the can, we're gonna swap it back to SGB so I can make more SGB. Okay, so I'm gonna claim all these. So I'm gonna claim this. So I claim that. I'm gonna claim this. Sorry about that. I was still slurping my coffee, man. Just waiting for this to get claimed. Okay, that's claimed. We're gonna claim this. That's claimed. And I'm gonna claim this right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna claim this right here, and this should be our final claim. Claiming this right now. Okay, so I claimed that. Everything looks good. So I claimed everything. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change staking on these two can pools. Unstake it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go change the staking again. Sorry guys, I'm just pausing it because like, you know, all the delays with MetaMask. Okay, so I unstake that. We're gonna go over there. And then I'm gonna change the staking on this one too. Where's our other can? The SGB can. Yeah, the can pool right here. So I'm gonna stake this one. Try this again. Unstake. Okay, so I got those out. I can claim this, but it's gonna be it's not gonna be significant enough, and I can claim that too, but it's not gonna be significant enough to claim right now. So might claim that later, especially tomorrow once I get the SGB from the delegation pools, especially when we're delegating in here. So I'll get some SGB again tomorrow. That's gonna be the final video because we're gonna do today is we're gonna touch into the Flare loan side of the house, and you guys can see like kind of like the progress with that. Okay. Okay, so that's done. So we got our canned, and let's go verify our wallets, assets. So I got some SFIN here, and my can, I got some of my can back over here, and that's fine for now, okay? And what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go over Flare X, and we're going to convert our can to SGB. So I get 6 SGB back. Let me see how much we're gonna get back. I'm gonna refresh this real quick. Flip that around. Okay, we're gonna get 8 SGB back. Okay, swap can of SGB. All right, so now we have 15 SGB. So we're good. So I basically definitely took advantage of that. So I got extra SGB from just swapping my can that I swapped back over here. Which I minted can over here, so I swapped it back over here. So I definitely made a lot more SGB back because I swapped my can back over here, so which gave me more SGB. Like I said before, if this chart went up, I'm losing SGB. If the chart goes down, I'm making SGB. So definitely that's another way you can make profits, especially managing it. And if you're using TA as another tool to manage your can pools, you know, to me that's a little bit more effective than guesstimating or, you know, going through emotions in the market. It's better to kind of like understand what's going on via the charts, and then, you know, taking advantage of these little small pumps, you know, minting the can, and then if it does drop, then you can remint your can back to SGB, gain more SGB, and if it goes back up, then you can remint your can somewhere up here, and it's gonna go back down, swap back. So you're just gonna keep doing that until like, you make SGB and more SGB. Or if you have to risk manage, you're gonna have to remint at different price levels just to risk manage some portions of your SGB. If you did lose it, if this chart actually took it up, if you were losing SGB based on the can that you're minting at a low point, you can mitigate that by following the charts and, you know, minting your cans like at a good certain price pumps, right? And then, you know, reminting it back to SGB when the price goes down, so you can maximize more SGB profits. I understand the whole market value of it. So, you know, like to me, sometimes, you know, like most of the time I don't pay attention to the market value. I if I can get more of the token, somehow, some way, shape or form, then I'll do that, right? And because the reason why I say that, because if right over here, I got more SGB, and say if this pumped back up to 17 cents or whatever case may be, you know, I made some profits off that SGB, and then I can remint it here. I can make more canned based on the SGB price level being a lot higher up here to, you know, make more SFIN. Okay, so kind of just heads up on that process. So now we got our assets. So we're gonna go into Flare loans because it's like another option that we can do, right? So we have an EXFI collateral right here. I know over here we kind of like back in V2 prior to EXFI coming out. You know, a lot of people were definitely using this. SGB, wrapped SGB collateral in Flare loans. But then the thing about it is that, you know, a lot of liquidations happening based on what the FDSOs found with one of our community members. So this is going to be a little bit more risky, a little bit more managing. So I highly suggest that you probably want to mess with this one. So the EXFI collateral pool is pretty cool because the SFIN that you're making every day, you can put it in here, right? So I can deposit my SFIN right now. So I'm gonna deposit my SFIN right here. So now this SFIN right here I'm depositing is going to be making, you know, some passives, you know, in the network too. So just kind of heads up on that one. That's gonna be my strat for my SFIN. Is I'm gonna put it right in here. I'm gonna put it right in here. Did it take it? Let me see. So it didn't take it, so I'm gonna try it again. Okay, so I got my stake in here. I got my 0.87 SFIN right now. So I'm gonna be making hopefully some can over time, and then some EXFI. So the thing about it, like if I'm making can right here, what I can do is I can stick the can that I make over here once I claim it, and then put it into the stability pool where you can actually make some EXFI and some SFIN in here. So you can actually take the staking rewards, put in the stability pool so you can actually make more in here too as well. So that's kind of like another strat that I'm looking at, especially with the flare loan side. The wrap songbird side, you can do the same thing. If you have D-flare, you can definitely stake your D-flare in here to make some can and wrap songbird, and then whatever you make in here, you can actually deposit into the stability pool, so you can make some SFIN, and then you can also make some wrap songbird in here too as well. So you can actually play in flare loans that way to make some passive income too as well. So just kind of heads up on that. So we already swapped the can over to SGB, so we made some SGB. So now we have 15 SGB versus 6 SGB, and then the only thing that we changed right now is that from Flare Farms we had 4 pools, so now we're down to 2 because we took the can out of it, and then now I took that SFIN that we made so far, and then I'm now staking it in here. So now this is making can and EXFI, right? So that creates another pool. So it took away 2 pools, but I created another one here, and then so now we're up to 3 pools using Flare Loans and Flare Farms. And then what I'm going to do now is that whatever I make over here, I'm going to move it into the stability pool once I make a little bit of profit based on the can and EXFI I make based on what I'm staking here. Okay, so I'm going to feed this stability pool based on what I'm making over here, and then that's going to be our 4th pool. Okay, so now I can have these 2 systems working alongside, so I don't have to worry about. We built that up. And then for D-flare, I'm not going to mess around with this, but I know in my main account I do mess around with this because I have D-flare. So I got this stuff going on. This stuff is going on over there, and then in the other side where Flare Farms, I have like 6 pools going on at the same time. So just kind of 6 of the 8 pools that it's that you're allowed to go into and make SFIN. So yeah, man, guys, I appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the channel today in the part 4 video of the Flare Finance. I know I introduced the Flare Loans. I introduced that part where we can flip the can over and make more SGB based on what's going on with the price action. And then we created a new EXFI pool using the SFIN staking option in here. And then whatever I make out of this, I'm going to feed into the stability pool over here. Okay, so now we're going to make more passive income in here. And then if you guys do have D-flare, I highly recommend that you guys have your D-flare staked in here so you can make the passive income in here. And then use this passive income that you're making to create this one over here so you can gain some SFIN too as well. And then some wrap songbird, but it's gonna be a little tricky because there's a lot of stuff going on with here. Because a lot of like retailers right now kind of figured out a strat where they're minting. So what they're doing is that they're going here, they're building a nest. When they build a nest, they're gonna collateralize their wrap songbird into a canned loan. And what they're doing is that they're gonna take the canned loan and they're gonna buy the SGB with the can in there that they got for loan, and then they would buy SGB for way cheaper, right? So the can to SGB right here, so SGB to can, it doesn't show right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect my wallet. Probably have to like reset this real quick. So right now for the SGB, right? So can to SGB looks like right now, 0.09. And if you go to Bitrue has it at like 11 cents or 10 cents, right? So what they would do is they go to Flare Farms, get a loan for can, buy SGB here for cheap, and then go into Bitrue and selling it for a cent or a cent and a half more than they bought in here, right? So they can make a cent and a cent and a half more profit depending on the amount of SGB that they're moving around between DeFi and the centralized exchange. So that's kind of like what's going on with this right now. And the way I see it is just based on the fact that we don't have a lot of retailers in the network right now. So we got like some people in here kind of like taking advantage of the situation, but it's cool, right? I mean, that's the way it is, right? So that's what DeFi is, right? So it's definitely an experimental finance, and then you can find different strats in the DeFi network. And when Flare launches finally, you definitely have a game plan in regards to managing F assets and Y assets, because you guys understand what the algorithms look like in here and what these different options you can do in Flare Finance. Okay, guys, so just kind of heads up on that one and what's kind of going on with the bleed out. So I'm not really too worried about it right now. I'm definitely kind of just taking advantage of like how much SFIN I can make, how much EXFI I can make, and how much wrap songbird I can make. I'm definitely accumulating right now during this accumulation period. So that's just kind of like what I'm doing, guys. I'm documenting this thing. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Definitely hit a like and subscribe, and that's about it, guys. Looking forward for the next video coming down the pipeline, especially when we start wrapping F assets in the Songbird network. Peace out, guys. To the moon. 671.